Do. All right. Looks like we are live. At least it says on my screen. Who knows if we really are? So for anybody out there who's watching, this is another Flying Solo episode 3. Woohoo! So we've gotten to 3. So again, I don't know how many people are actually going to sit and watch this. It's a Sunday night. It's 8:37, and I'm assuming that there's got to be at least a few folks out there who have nothing else to do like me on a Sunday night. So we've got Logan White already, Sean M, and Music Lover. What's up, everybody? All three of you, thanks for showing up. Like I said, I don't really have a rhyme or a reason why I'm doing these Flying Solo episodes, but I'm just throwing them randomly. So it's sort of like you have to, I guess, get there before it ends. So I've got Big Mo. What's up? And he got an actual notification this time. Awesome. Victor Cordovez. Good night. Good night. I hope you mean you're having a good night. Brandon Simmons. Hello. Mr. Man. Chi-Town. What's up, buddy? Logan White is saying good night, Victor. Must have bored him already. That's pretty bad. Music Lover. Again, 5:37. Stephen Worth. Hey, all. What's up, Steve? Two Wheeling Nut. Hey, y'all. James Rowe. NC Civil War. What's up, buddy? Peter 123 Paco. What up, dude? So let's see. All right. So people are getting notifications. Yeah. So basically how this is going to work is I'm going to be doing no real notifications. In other words, I'm not going to give you a lot of time to figure it out. So like, for example, I was sitting down in my I guess you can call this the bunker, so to speak. And I said, let me do a live chat tonight. Let's see what's going on with everybody and kind of talk about topics that you're maybe interested in, whether it's guns, whether it's politics, whether it's, current events. I don't care. Anything goes at this point. So let's see. Brandon Simmons is saying, I just picked up a VP9 with 3 mags and a Safariland GLS for $400 yesterday. That's an excellent deal, sir. You've got a very good deal on that. Philip Harper is saying, sup, guys. The Armsman, good evening, sir. Good evening to you, sir. Let's see. Let's see. So did you decide what sights on the M20 compact? I'm assuming you're meaning the M&P 2.0 compact. I haven't decided yet. I'm actually trying to hit up that, what is it? God, I think it's Night Vision. I don't know if you guys have seen their sites, but I'm really intrigued by those sites. I have been basically emailing them probably once a week to see if they'd be willing to allow me the opportunity to review the sites for them. And each time I have come up empty-handed. As a matter of fact, they have stopped responding to my email. So I don't think I'm going to be getting with those sites. So I may slap an Ameriglow on there. I'm not sure yet. I got time. Not too worried about it. Let's see. Wicked Sensation. What's up, dude? Logan White. Let's see. Nachos and melted cheese. Nachos. So Wicked Sensation is, how can I build those biceps? It's interesting you say that, Wicked. I've actually changed my workout. I'm doing a lot more cardio. I got to lose some weight, as you keep telling me, you bastard. But yeah, I got to lose a little bit of weight. Bulked up a little bit too much this winter. In other words, that's code word for eating too much. Let's see. Have you ever tried a Hive trigger? No, sir, I have not. Never tried one. Let's see. Paul GNC 24. I'll start with the history argument. Was dropping the atomic bomb in Japan necessary, even though we knew that we were going to inevitably win the war anyways? Was it necessary? Well, I don't know. I mean, that's a great question. Was it necessary? It may not have been necessary, but I think from the Americans' perspective, why not show the world that we have an unstoppable bomb that can decimate cities in a matter of seconds? So whether it was necessary or not, I don't really know, dude. I will tell you that it took 2 of them for the Japanese to surrender, so maybe it was necessary, because if we would have invaded mainland Japan at the time, it would have cost probably millions more lives in the process. But, Monday morning quarterbacking. Let's see. Music Lover. Let's see. Music Lover, you were mad at the FBI and law enforcement for dropping the ball. Yeah, isn't that interesting? Even the sheriff of Broward County, there was a photo that was released today of him, and of course he was, shaking hands at all people like Bernie Sanders, Hillary Clinton, and of course Barack Obama. So that's kind of interesting, even though their office was called, what I think it was like 36 times to this kid's house for some sort of domestic disturbance. So, you know, again, it's easy to say hindsight is 2020, but in this case, if the FBI had that notice and they were asked to check on this kid for multiple issues, yeah, they totally dropped the ball and they admitted it. So, you know, they really need to be having their feet put to the fire. So yeah, I agree. Let's see, Matthew Davis. I just put a CZ on layaway. Your thoughts on the pistol? You're gonna love it. It's a great pistol. I mean, it's basically a P01 without the rail, and it's great. It's light. You can carry it. You're gonna love it. Absolutely love that gun. Let's see. Child service blew it. Yeah. Compton, you're right. You know, I think there was a lot of failures on a lot of parts, especially with government, whether it was child social services, whether it was the FBI. I think they all kind of blew it. And as you can see, what happened. Sean M is saying that shooting was 15 miles from where I live. People down here are pretty shell shocked. I can imagine. You know, who would ever the hell expect something like this to occur on Valentine's Day? You know, I couldn't imagine it or even being near that community at this point. Let's see. PCR is all metal. Yep. It's an aluminum alloy frame, I believe, with the steel slide, just like the P01. Let's see. So the firing pin got screwed up, huh? From dry firing. I've only heard that once or twice before. You know, I haven't had any issues with mine, but you know. All right, so I got the mic back. I've got no image. This is awesome. So I apologize once again. We're having another technical problem. So anyway, I don't know, guys. You know, I've tried several times to get this to work functionally, and unfortunately, for whatever reason, every single time I do these live streams, it seems to be going bad. So maybe this is an indication of what not to do anymore. Maybe there we go. My ugly face is back on. So yeah, I really don't know what's the deal with the technology. I have a great microphone, pretty good solid, you know, camera, but for whatever reason, it always seems to screw itself up. So I apologize for that, but you know, such is life, right? But anyway, one of the things that I was going to kind of bring up really quick, and I don't want to spend too much time on it, but a lot of people are always saying that the P10 is like one of the best striker fired handguns on the market. And I actually like the P10. I have no major complaints, no major issues, but I did take this one out and I did shoot this one. This is my newer one. You can see it's got the red HB Industries trigger. Also came with the night sight standard. One of the things that I noticed on this gun though, that is just pissing me off is just the lack of the ability to drop this mag. I mean, you can see that it barely, I mean, I can't stand that. Like that pisses me off. There's no reason why that magazine should still be there that way. So I actually have to touch the button twice for the mag to actually come out. And that's a little bit annoying for me. I know it's not the major problem in the world of a gun. However, I just don't like that. And that is one thing that's still bothering me. So let's see. Why more cardio? Losing your gains, brother? Job related test coming up. You know, no, it's just I'm getting old, man. That's bottom line, Wicked. You know, I'm 43 now, and I am not a 23-year-old pup. That's for sure. So you know, I think after a while, man, you start to feel all the pains in your shoulders, the elbows, the knees. And so now I've just been focusing a little bit more on cardio and definitely more core stuff. So let's see what else is going on here. Apex flat trigger on the M&P 2.0 compact. Yep, I just actually installed it last night. Let's see if I can get that one out. Where is it? I believe it's right there. So as you can see, I just put that on last night. I didn't shoot it with it. Obviously, I shot it with the regular trigger, and you can see I removed the front sight. So I need a front sight on it because oh my God, I'm muzzling myself. The gun is empty, fools. But nonetheless, I got to get a sight for it. Other than that, this gun was just awesome to shoot. You know, it's just a great gun. I am absolutely have so much positive feelings towards this handgun right now. And a lot of it has to do with just the way the grip felt. A lot of people are sitting there saying that, you know, when their hands get wet, because when I shoot, I don't know, man, I sweat when I shoot, and my hands were getting a little bit sweaty, but the grip on this gun, as soon as it bites into your hand, there's no way this thing is going anywhere. And I think that's a huge benefit of that texturing they put on there. Some people think it's a little aggressive. Yeah, it could be. It might be a little aggressive, but I think it's fantastic. I love this gun. So let's see what else is going on. Let's see. A new power chair. Awesome, Logan. Sweet. Did I replace the crappy red front night sight 1776? On which gun would that be, Sean? I don't know which gun you're talking about. Wicked saying, get my testosterone checked. I'm 46. If you have low T, it's a huge problem. Yep, that's what they're saying. You know, once you, I think once you hit like in the 30s, your testosterone begins to like take a nosedive. Who knows? Maybe if they put me on T, I'll actually grow some friggin' hair. That would be great. Let's see. HB Industries trigger in his P10C, James. I love that trigger. I think the trigger shape of the shoe and everything is just absolutely perfect on it. So I have no complaints about that whatsoever. Let's see. Logan loves my safe. Yeah, it's filled with stickers. These are basically from everybody who has, you know, sent something to the channel and things I've paid for. So if they send me a sticker, I put it right up here. So that's kind of cool. Let's see. James Rowe bought the 5-inch 2.0 and FDE last week. Yeah, you know, it's kind of funny that I'm actually probably going to sell my full or my 4.25-inch M&P, the black, and I'm going to be trading it in towards an all FDE 4.25 with the TFX night sights, and then I'll put the Apex trigger on that as well. So I'm looking forward to that. Let's see. What is trigger pull weight on the 2.0 with the Apex? Well, that's going to depend on how you set up your springs, Randy. So you can set it so that it's super low. So if you just kind of barely touch it, it shoots. Or you can do like a 6-pound trigger pull. I think this one on here right now, if I can find my trigger gauge, which is right here, because I dropped it before like a fool. Probably needs to be recalibrated now. But I think I was pulling this one just 5 pounds. Let me see. Well, that's a little low. Holy shoot. Let's try that again. Yeah, it's 4 pounds, 14.7 ounces. So just shy under 5 pounds, which is, you know, to me, that's a good trigger. I don't have any problem carrying a trigger like that. Let's see. Let's see. 100 milligrams of test a week will make you feel 25 again. That sounds interesting. Let's see. Logan is wheelchair bound, so you got a new power chair, which is awesome for you, Logan. Glad that's working for you, buddy. Let's see. Sean M. I came with night sights too, but the front sight sucked. I couldn't see it. Placed it with a Cajun front sight. NC Civil War. Which online companies have been best for you on availability, price, and service? It depends on product. You know, like I said, some companies just refuse to deal with me. I haven't been able to figure that one out, actually. I will give a little bit of heat and a little bit of hatred towards Olight because they're I don't know what their deal is with me, but they don't like me for some reason. And honestly, guys, I don't give two shits because they can go suck it for as far as I'm concerned. You know, you don't like the channel, that's cool. But yeah, you know, Olight, I had reached out to, apparently they were sending stuff out to just everybody and anybody. And when I reached out to them, they basically said no. So I don't know what the hell that was about. So I don't really know. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm not interested in reviewing Olight products. Even if they came to me, I would still say no, because I don't beg for stuff. Let's see who has been really good to. I'll tell you, one of the best companies that it's been good to me on the channel has been Hidden Hybrid Holsters. They're fantastic people. Renaissance Firearm Holsters, or Renaissance Holsters, has been great. He's awesome. Always willing to help out the channel. You know, Mid-Atlantic Holsters. A lot of holsters companies have always helped out the channel. And I don't mind doing it. You know, I'm getting a holster from them, but I also have the opportunity to introduce their stuff to a broader base. And that's really why I like doing this, man. I just, first off, I get to get a lot of cool stuff sometimes, and then I get to show people how cool it is. I just got a belt today from from a company called Blackbeard Belts, and it's actually pretty interesting. It's a nice looking belt. I haven't worn it yet. I just got it today, but it is very cool. And Core Essentials has been great to me. You know, there are certain companies that always seem to enjoy helping out the channel, and then other companies that won't touch me because I apparently have the plague or something of that sort. Let's see. Harry saying, I now know why. Wait a minute. This just jumped. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to read all the comments. I now know why you're not big on 1911s. They really aren't anything special from shooting experience. That's what Harry was saying. You know, I like them. I think they're pretty looking, but I don't really see a use for them for me personally. You know, some people get mad when I say that, but you know, it's not for everybody. Would I like to own one day? Sure, but it's not something that I'm breaking doors down to get. 1776, did you see the link on the P10C mag fix? I did see that actually, Compton Terry, and one thing that I will tell you is I actually wound up on my older one cutting this one spring coil on the spring that holds in this the mag release, and after that it worked perfectly, but it was a pain. I mean, it is one of the most difficult reinstallations of this handgun, and as a result I am just not going to do it again because I was ready to throw the gun at the wall because it was so annoying. Let's see. Hunt for Food is here. What's up, buddy? Let's see. The Armsman is saying, not sure I've heard you ever discuss it on your channel, but with 10 round minimum in New York, no interest in 45 ACP. You know, I actually have some interest in the 45. I am strictly a 9mm guy, but if I was going to bump a caliber, it would probably be a 45. So I've been looking at some. But a lot of the guns that I'm looking at, even with a 45, a lot of times it's over a 10 round magazine. So, you know, I don't know. One of these days I'll probably jump ship. And I'll tell you one thing I'm looking at right now that I know a lot of people think I'm crazy for doing is I keep going back to the Springfield Mod 2 line. Now I know before I get some heat on doing the Springfield dealio, you know, it's super cheap. And that's why I'm looking at it. I mean, I think right now I found one online for $279. And that's brand new. And so I'm like, Jesus, 45 for $280. But I know that's, you know, not necessarily everybody's favorite, but I don't think it's bad. Let's see. I'm going to skip through some of these. What's up, do it right? What gun do you shoot most accurately with? I will tell you this compact I was looking so good with this gun yesterday that I think my head inflated bigger than it is right now. It was sick. This was shooting just awesome. I will tell you that the Steyrs I shoot very well, but ergonomically they're one of the best handguns I've ever held in my life. And then I would say number 2 is probably the M&P 2.0. Number 3, the CZ-P10, and number 4 is the PPQ because I have so many rounds down that damn gun. It's sick. Let's see. Any thoughts on the 380 Shield? Really like that gun. I like the way it looks. You know, I think the whole circumstance is really good behind it. You know, it's an easy slide to use. It's not particularly heavy. It's not particularly powerful recoil. So I think that's going to be a great find for certain individuals. Do I like the safety on the grip? Nope. But, you know, for safety purposes, I actually think it's actually a really good handgun. You know, obviously, even from that grip safety, I think that's beneficial, especially for people who are going to be using it. who might have kids around, and we've seen that before where kids have gone in purses or something like that, and they shoot the gun. So who knows? Let's see. Yeah, the 2.0 is an excellent handgun, fantastic gun. I like them. It's funny because a lot of people swear by Glocks, and I'm going to tell you the M&P 2.0 compact, in my opinion, has got the edge over the Glock 19. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, the 45 in a compact would be pretty sweet. I mean, if they came out with this one in a 45, that would be something worthwhile. Definitely. Especially for the prices on the M&Ps. They're very good. Compton is saying he felt like a professional shooter today with the M&P 2.0 compact and the Apex flat trigger. Yeah, it makes you a better shooter. There's no doubt. Again, I haven't shot it with the Apex upgrade, just with the regular trigger. But even that was just, I was like right on. It was pretty good. Pretty darn good. Let's see. What about the PPQ 45? I've never shot one. I don't really have any desire for one, to be honest with you. And I actually did shoot the PPQ with the Apex trigger finally. And let me tell you something, that has re-energized that gun. Just that one simple upgrade, it has completely made it, at least to me, makes it feel like a different gun shooting. It was that good. So I'm a huge believer in the Apex line. They do some fantastic stuff. Who was the guy that was selling handguns? You advertised him a couple of months ago as something gun guy. Yeah, that was gunguy.com. So you can check him out. That's what that was. James Bond. James Bond. Let's see. The accuracy with quality 9mm 1911 would blow your mind. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not definitely saying that I wouldn't, attempt to get a 1911 at some point, but it's just not high on the list. Compton Terry is asking, is it worth $120 for the Apex PPQ trigger? It depends. I mean, if the PPQ is your go gun or your go-to gun, and you want to make it even better, I'm telling you, it was that much more improved. Some people will shy away because they're worried that it's just too short of a trigger. To be honest with you, I don't agree with that. The take up is a little bit shorter, but poundage wise, it doesn't change. The reset isn't any better or any worse, maybe slightly less on the reset, if that's even possible for that gun. But I feel totally comfortable with that gun. Telling the truth, I asked if I looked at holsters for the 2.0 compact. Actually, I have a holster for it already. That would be from Harry's Holsters. He made me one a while ago, and it took about 42 years for me to actually get the gun. So I finally got the holster, got the gun. So I haven't even worn it yet, because like I said, I don't have a sight for it. So I can't carry that until, I mean, I guess I could carry it. I just wouldn't know what the hell I'm aiming at. But yeah, until I get that sight, I can't carry it. So I do have that. I also have one of those Black Arch holsters, which I did see somebody mention that his friend saw the video and wound up buying one. Those holsters are awesome. So I have one for the full size, and the compact fits in that as well. Let's see. Do It Right says, do I want some swag? Sure, man. Send me some stuff. I can always use stuff. Absolutely. A P229, what would I pay for that? I don't know. I'd have to look. I have no interest in that line of SIG. So usually before I go in to buy a handgun, I will get as many different prices as I can find, high and low, and then average them out and then put a number in my head as to where I want to be with that gun, and then see where I can get the best deal. So I don't know. I'd have to do some research, buddy. Sorry. Compton is saying PPQ is an incredible handgun. It is. And, I've been kind of pushing it away for a while. And once I put that trigger in and I finally got time to go and shoot it, all I can tell you is that it definitely has improved the gun to me, to the point where I think that it has re-energized my love for that handgun. It's shot very well for me. I wouldn't say I was as laser accurate with that as I was with the 2.0 compact, but it was that good. It was that much more improved. Because, and I'll be honest with you, the reason why I think that is because the Apex trigger makes the trigger even more controllable. Because on the PPQ, the reset is a very positive reset, so it pushes your finger right back pretty hard. So a lot of people have problems trying to control that finger. And again, I'm not going to say I have the steadiest hands in the world, because as you know, I don't. But I will tell you that with the Apex trigger, it just seems like I can control that finger, that reset a lot better. So, but that's again, just my perspective. And then music, great idea. Holding off on any more guns. Now spending time learning how to shoot what I have. That's a great idea too. I've actually slowed down on the purchasing of things. But I will tell you one thing I'm really, really interested in is that Caracol when it comes out. Let's see. Do you carry FMJs in your spare mag? Nope. Hollow points only. Let's see. Yeah, telling the truth is saying, thanks, man. I've got 2 Black Arch holsters as well. They are fantastic. I mean, I have had no issues. Actually, I was carrying this past weekend, I was carrying my P01. They sent me a holster. And I love it. I just friggin' love that holster. And I love that damn gun. Let's see. So let's see. My collection so far, PPQ 4. Yeah, I don't know what that means. So far, the 4-inch, gotcha. MMP 2.0, the CZP-09, and Shield 9. All great guns, all great selections. I would highly recommend you get that MMP 2.0 compact if you can. Fantastic gun. Tom Terry said, ever heard of any long-term reliability issues with Apex products? I have Apex and a bunch of guns, including my carry guns. I have never seen anything long-term go wrong with any of them. You know, the springs never break, you know, trigger bars, trigger shoes, you know, they seem to make everything in high quality stuff. And, you know, just from my interactions with them, have always been very positive. They're very good people. They're very smart. I will tell you, one of the guys I talk to from Apex a lot, he's a very smart guy. So I think they put a lot of, you know, research and development into their products before they push them out. So I think that's always a great thing to say. Let's see. If I had to choose between a Glock 19 and a Steyr 9, what sights would you get for the, if you had to choose between a Glock 19 versus a Steyr M9, what sights would you get for the Glock? Yeah, well, first of all, I'm choosing the Steyr. And if I had to get sights for the Glock 19, get some Mariglow I-Dot Pros. Those are fantastic, fantastic sights. Or big dots, or I just see, for me personally, I know a lot of people always talk about Trigicons. I personally won't spend like $150 on sights. That's crazy to me, but that's me. You know, that's my opinion. Yes, they make great sights. Yes, they're fantastic sights, but you can still get great sights for a cheaper price point. You know, even with TrueGlow put out those the Tritium Pros, I think they were called. So it doesn't have like, it's not the TFX Pros, but I think it's called Tritium Pro. And those are excellent, excellent sights. I had them on my VP. I have them on VP9. They're very bright. They're very nice setup. And I think I got those for like $50 on eBay. And it's all tritium, 3 vials of tritium. Let's see. Let's see. I've tried slowing down on buying guns, but I keep seeing good deals. I know it sucks, right, Sean? Every time oh, I'm not going to buy any more guns, and all of a sudden you see a deal on something, you're like, damn it. Yeah, my PPQ actually have big dots, and I love them. They just work really well. Let's see. Hunts for food. Telling the truth. I think does carry the 2.0 compact. I actually carry the full size 2.0 only because, again, I don't have the stupid front sight. I have a rear sight, but I don't have a front sight on it, so I can't carry it until then. Yes, Hunts, I agree. $150 is crazy for sights. Okay, so music is saying hers were 113. That's still a lot of money. Not gonna lie. You know, you get a Mariglow sets for like $75, you know, and they're just as good. Let's see, James Bond, what is your home defense gun and CCW? Well, the home defense gun right now is a VP9. And my concealed carry is just about anything I want. So, you know, I rotate a lot. Right now, I've been favoring my P01 an awful lot. TFX Pros are good. Yep, I have those on some guns. Carry my revolver and single action says, I believe I'm the only person that carries FMJ in my spare mag. I feel once 16 rounds of hollow point don't do the job, I probably need another option. That's a good point. Very good point. Might want to just throw the magazine at them if 16 rounds can't do the job. Darby is saying go to Amazon, you get them a little bit cheaper. Let's see. Holy cow. So the Armsman is saying he ran into a Shadow 2 for $579 used. Holy shit. Tried it, left, thought about it, and made a U-turn to go back. When I got, dude, that is absolutely. I think right now you should just hit yourself in the head with a brick. Dude, that's a crazy price for that gun. That's a $1,200 gun, and you walked away from it. Yeah, for $579. Damn. Did they find your coupon for the PO1 Omega? That's an interesting story, Pistol. Actually, I got an email from the young lady that helps me out a little bit in the sheriff's office, and she was saying that it was still at the judge's quarters. So that means the judge hadn't signed it, and supposedly he's going to be sending them all back to the sheriff's office by Tuesday of this week. So yeah, it's basically been sitting on a judge's desk for 10 weeks now. Yeah, it's awesome, right? And there's no recourse for the judge either, which is even better. Let's see. Mariglow, thumbs up. Did I buy the 19X? No, I did not buy a Glock 19X because I bought a M&P 2.0, compact 19X, 9X, whatever. No, I don't have any interest in that gun. Again, I know it's, for somebody, it's kind of a niche gun, and that's kind of cool. I mean, if that's what you like, go for it. Absolutely. But for me, I have no interest in that gun. Zero interest. Let's see. $579. Yeah, everybody's saying that was a good price. Damn good price. Yeah, I mean, if you like the 19X, go for it. Like I said. Yeah, and Pistol Pete, I agree. It does suck. I really am looking forward to that gun. And the funny thing is that I have the barrel for the gun because, I can't get a suppressor barrel in New York State. So KS knew a gunsmith who actually recrowned the barrel. They chopped it off and then recrowned it. And so now it protrudes a little bit out of the front slide, and it is pretty darn awesome. Absolutely awesome. Let's see. James Bond, I heard you like to Steyr, so we Steyred your Steyr so that you can Steyr exhibit. Great. I think James Bond has been drinking a little bit too much tonight. So am I Glockless now? I am officially Glockless. I am, and I feel pretty good, I don't worry about it. I'm sure eventually I'll get a Glock again if they ever change something, maybe a rotating barrel. That'd be nice. But I don't, this compact has sold me on the Smith & Wesson line. It's that good. Love it. Let's see. How do you like my VP9? And just, that's funny, Uncharted Trucker. How do I like the VP9? You know what? That's why it's relegated to house duty right now. I don't know what it is about the gun. I'm not saying it's a bad gun, and I know there's a lot of people that love that handgun. But for me, I just am not a huge fan of it. I don't know what it is. Ergonomically, it's a sound gun, but ultimately, I don't know what it is. I can't explain it. I don't know if it's the trigger. I don't know if it's trigger position. I don't know if it's the ergos. I'm not exactly sure. Let's see. So yeah, so Hunts is saying that 4Guy Guns on YouTube took a 5-inch FDE M&P 2.0 slide and put on a compact and worked flawlessly. That's pretty sweet. That's pretty awesome. What does everyone use for a range bag and case? That's funny. Actually, up there, I have my Condition 1 hard case, and I just used that for the first time. Absolutely love it. I love it better than just a regular bag. Right. Let's see. And so, Compton Terry, are you worried about anti-gun legislation? I'm seeing a different response this time since the shooting, and I'm worried lots of people are angry, don't understand that firearms are not the problem. Yeah, I mean, I think that's on a lot of people's minds because now you have a lot of the students out there who are protesting. So, of course, when you put children in the mix of things, it does make the hearts of people bleed a little bit more. Again, I don't agree with it. I don't think this is even legitimate. A legitimate argument because you're not going to confiscate guns. You're not going to change it so draconian wise that, people are going to have to turn in their stuff. It's not going to happen, but that's the way they're going to peddle it. Thank you, Democrats. Let's see. James saying, yeah, the VP9, great trigger, one of the best. It felt like it was a toy gun. I felt like a break, it dropped it. Yeah, I don't know what it is about that VP9. I can't figure it out. And I'm sure people who are better shooters than I love the gun, but I just am not into it. What's up, Abaddon? What's going on, buddy? Good to see you. Let's see. Local shop is selling M&P Compact 2.0 for $369. Yeah, you better buy that. $369 is a great deal, man. Great deal. Where are you? So I just wanted to show you guys really quick. This is another one of the ones that I was shooting, and you can see it does have the Apex flat face trigger, and it's actually really nice. And all the guns are a safety check. And I don't keep loaded guns in the safe. But you can see, let's see if I can do it this way. Oh, can I do it? There you go. So you can see that's the take up on the trigger. So I would say it's about the same. It's actually shorter, not about the same. It's actually much shorter take up than the stock trigger, but the pull is about the same. It doesn't feel any different. The reset is maybe the same, but it's not as forceful, so it makes the trigger more controllable. Again, that's just my opinion, but that's what I found about the trigger, and that's why if you have a PPQ and it's like your gun of guns, get that trigger. It makes a huge difference. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of people dying from rifles, more people dying from knives and blunt objects, of course. So, but again, when you have a target up there, and it's easy to convince people that guns are bad. Does my VP9 shoot a little low to the left? No, my VP9 shoots pretty fine. No issues with the shooting. I just don't like the way it feels in my hand. I don't know. And a lot of people say I'm crazy because ergonomically they think it's the best. But I don't think it's the best. Music's asking on your PPQ, is that Cerakote? It is. It actually used to have a gray grip as well, the tungsten gray. But when I was installing this trigger, a piece of the rail actually broke. And so Walther replaced it with black. So maybe one day I'll do a tungsten gray again, but whatever. For now, I don't plan on doing anything else because I'm not taking that trigger out because the triggers, can be tough getting it back in. Let's see. Ever have my hands on an HK USP 9mm? Seems overpriced. Yeah, I think it's overpriced. That's why I won't buy one. 2.0 flat apex versus PPQ apex. Do they feel roughly the same? No. The 2.0 is a little bit of a different mechanism because it's that forward-facing sear thingy, whatever they want to call it. The trigger shape. I will tell you the PPQ trigger is it seems a little bit thicker in shape. The trigger pulls are about the same. Don't get me wrong. They're both great, but this trigger actually feels very similar to the PPQ trigger out of the box. But it's a little bit smoother on this one. This PPQ trigger with the Apex is just, I can't even describe it. Like I said, if the PPQ is your gun of choice, that is a huge improvement on the trigger. Let's see. So it's saying James Rowe take up on my PPQ is the only thing I don't like. Yep. And if you can do it, I'd install that Apex because the take up is much shorter. It's a much cleaner feeling, or it should say it's just overall a better feeling trigger, if that's even possible. I'll do a video on it at some point. Let's see. SAR CM9 Gen 2. I don't have any experience with that. NC Civil War. They look pretty good. USP compact for $550. That's an excellent, excellent price, even if it's used. So I'm not going to be on here much longer because TR Prepper has his Sunday night roundtable chat, and I don't want to interfere with his schedule. Like I said, I don't have a set time that these are going out. So if you can make it, awesome. If you can't, I apologize. But I don't like stepping on other people's toes that I know. Because they have their own thing and I want them to be able to have that with no issues. So if I notice that there's nobody putting anything up, then I'll probably throw one of these up there. But I do appreciate it. Right now we have 53 viewers on, and I do appreciate when you guys show up. It's pretty awesome, and I like doing this stuff, man. Yeah, Abaddon, I am still in love with Walther, that's for sure. And then James is asking, who is TR Prepper? Just look it up, dude. Yeah, music is saying 53 viewers for a pop-up chat. That's pretty good, right? I'm hoping one day to make 100. So we'll see. So now Compton Terry is saying he's going to buy the Apex for the PPQ. Terry, I am telling you, brother, if you love the PPQ, this is going to make it even better. I hadn't shot this gun in forever, which you'll probably notice when you see the results. But holy shit, this trigger is fantastic. Oops, I cursed. And also, I did shoot the 320 with the red dot, and all I can say is I got to spend more time with the red dot. That's all I can say. Definitely need some time. Music is asking, are the 3 Gun Guys chat still going strong? Yeah, we're still doing it every Wednesday. This is just something I'm doing on the side to kind of, just make more content. And just to kind of just talk to everybody and see what you guys are doing. And like this individual channel chat is more about everything. It's not just guns. I want to talk more about like politics, anything that's going on by you that you may be interested in, and you can tell other people, and kind of using it as kind of a hub for others to get together and just talk. So some people who may not be interested in guns but want to talk some other stuff, they're more than welcome to join us. And then of course on the Wednesday night, it's really more about guns. And you know, sometimes I want to bring up more controversial topics, and the other two may not want to. And I respect them enough to say, okay, no problem, you know, because what might be my passion may not be theirs. So it's, you know, that's all it is. What's up, David? What up, 17? I hope I didn't miss too much. Nah, I've just been sitting here sleeping for about 25 minutes or so. Let's see. Happy Sunday. I know. Yay. Hopefully all of you people are off tomorrow. And then James is saying, yeah, the red dot is learning curve. Yeah, you know, it was weird because the first few shots were fine, but then it felt like the dot moved to the right. So I don't know if it was just I wasn't focusing enough, bringing up my hands. At that point, I had shot enough that day, and I probably should have shot that first. But it's funny because I was more accurate with just basic iron sights than with that red dot. So that just has to be a little bit more practice on my end. That's all. Music, are you retired? I bet you're retired. That's probably what it is. Lucky. But yeah, I mean, right now, I think the chats are going good, and I appreciate everybody going. You know, we just lost about 7 people, but that's okay because we're still up in the 40s, which is awesome. Oh, we just lost another. Where's everybody going? So let's see, M&P 2.0 and 45 ACP, then add the 460 Roland conversion kit and Apex trigger. That'd be pretty sweet. And Abaddon's at work, so nobody say anything. The SAR 9, you know, I looked at a couple of reviews on that. I know the Firearm guy had a review on that, and it kind of, you know, obviously it looks like the bastardized version of a VP9 and the Glock 19. You know, I don't know. Like, would I get one? Probably not, because, you know, I want to buy things that I'm going to probably keep for a very long time. That's just not one of them that I probably would keep. Would I like to shoot one? Sure. I want to see what the trigger's all about, but, you know, I don't know. Maybe one day, and they may be leaving because I think I'm leaving, but I won't be leaving for at least another 12 minutes. I'm going to go till 9:30. So hopefully you guys stick around for another, 11 minutes now. But yeah, the SAR 9 looks good. I mean, it has the body of a VP9, but I am like not a VP9 guy. And then Telling the Truth is asking, you ever shoot the FNN 509? That's a gun I'm still interested in. I haven't decided if I want to spend the money on something like that. You know, if they made it a little bit smaller, you know, on the grip, I'd say probably I would do it. But I would eyeball on the FDE version of the 509. I do like those quite a bit. But I just haven't been able to, you know, pull the trigger, no pun intended, on buying one, because I'm trying to save my my pennies for that Caracol. It's supposed to be out in March, and that's the gun I'm really looking forward to seeing. And then somebody had asked me the other day about the Strike B, or now they call it the Type B from Archon Firearms. I am not going to be buying that gun. I did not like the way they handled their business, and I still don't, to be honest with you. You know, they keep saying, oh, the guns will be here, the guns will be here, and then they post a picture of it here and there, but it's usually the same exact picture of when it was the Strike B, only now it says the Type B. And so something, I don't know, something I'm not real comfortable with, but who knows, maybe that'll be great. Let's see, Darby saying, I guess third time it's not a charm. I don't know why it wouldn't be. I think everybody, if anybody here wants to be here, they can be here. If not, bye-bye. Let's see. Josh is saying, you just purchased a 509 FD and it's awesome. Waiting for Apex. Yeah, Apex is going to be releasing that trigger hopefully soon. And I'm sure that'll make a huge difference in that trigger, because that's another thing. I'm not a fan of the hinge trigger on the M&P, so I doubt I'd be a fan of the hinge trigger on the FNN. But now they're bringing out that Apex trigger, so that should be pretty sweet. And I actually, you know, I have the Apex on the P320 with the new trigger bar. So I have to do a video on that to kind of explain what I'm feeling when I'm shooting that gun. It's actually a nice upgrade. But but there's something about it that feels weird, and I'll talk to you guys about that when I make the video. It's not a weird bad thing, it's just different. Let's see. Yeah, the M&Ps are great guns. I really do like those a lot. I think I've said that at least 100 times tonight. Let's see. If you had to choose between the VP9, PO1, Steyr, Walter, M&P 2.0, how bad would you Glock 19X? Ay, ay, ay. James, slow down on the keyboard. Let's see. James Rowe, I've been collecting since 87, so it's hard to get excited about a gun. Oh, I believe it. Like that. I think that's where I'm at right now. I think a lot of people are in a rut right now because there's not a lot of options. I mean, there's a ton of options. There's not a lot of new options out there. So I think that's where a lot of people are right now. I know that's where I'm at. I would say the only gun right now that is truly exciting me a lot is the Caracal, because it reminds me a lot of the Steyr, only slimmer. So I want to get my hands on one so bad. Trashman, what's up, buddy? Yeah, I saw the 509s going for 509. What a surprise. I actually saw one on Gun Broker for going 509, and the other ones were like 549. Yeah, the FNX 45 is pretty sweet looking. I definitely like that. I'm not a big revolver fan either. I don't know. I've never shot one, but I don't know. Not a big one. Abaddon saying, when I was in New York last month, I ran into a guy in a store that watches you. That's interesting. I have yet to find anybody that watches me. That's funny. That's not true. Somebody said to me once, "Hey man, I watch your channel. I really like it." And I was like, "Oh man, cool, thanks." Kind of felt weird, 509 for 560 with Trijicon night sights. Yeah, that's pretty good. Did Josh? I hope you put in for your flashlight, because I know they're giving away a flashlight when you buy them. What brand of AR-15 do you recommend? Telling the truth, buddy, I'm not the guy to answer that question. I know very little about AR-15s because I unfortunately refuse to buy anything here that is an AR-15, because you either have to pin the mags or you got to put this ridiculous stock on it that makes it look stupid and makes it feel stupid. So I am not the person to ask for about AR stuff. Nolan would be a good person to ask for that, or even Coda Boy, because he knows his stuff. Let's see. Scott Burke says he went on a pay 320s heavy, but just got turned off in the end, getting rid of all the 320 stuff back into the Glocks. Yeah, I mean, I think everybody goes back and forth. I go in and out for the Glocks. The P320 I went in and out for. I like the P320. I think it's a good gun. And at some point, I probably definitely will get another 19 at some point, but I just don't know when. I have never run a gauntlet test on any of my pistols. Nope. But if somebody wants to send me their pistol, I'll be more than happy to destroy it for you. No problem. Let's see. So a lot of people saying the M&P Sports are a good starter. Cool. Hammer or striker? It depends. I mean, the strikers are so much easier to use. Well, I shouldn't say that. I think the strikers are easier in the beginning, because it's the same trigger pull every time. You don't really have to concentrate that much. I think the hammers are, if you double action and single action, or I think that plays a role in it, because it's you have that heavier first pull, so you're not as accurate necessarily. I like both. I couldn't decide. And Sandpaper Pistol Grips saying he's going to the range to shoot the Steyr with the 357 SIG barrel. Can't wait, dude. I want to see that video. I'm excited for you. I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, it's funny. Carrier Revolver saying he'll never get rid of its 19 and 26, and that's how I kind of feel about the Smith & Wesson right now. I have the 4.25 inch and I have the compact, and for me, those are like two guns that I just think run so well that those would be very difficult for me to ever get rid of. At least right now. That could change, but I doubt it. So Grab a Gun has 491.95. Yeah, the only problem with Grab a Gun hunts is they will not ship it to New York State. because of our mag restrictions. And I've inquired about it, and they say they won't do it even if they remove the magazines. So that kind of sucks. What's up, Keith? So Mark got the C9. I don't hate the C9. I think it's a great gun. I think anything that says Steyr on it is a great gun. So I'm glad you got one. I hope you're enjoying it. Let's see. So at this point, it's 9:26. I am going to be getting out of here. I just got slid a note under my door from my wife because it's movie night with the kid. So we're going to cut it short. I appreciate you guys sticking around. 47 viewers. Woohoo. That's awesome. I appreciate everyone who comes out and just hangs out for like 45, 50 minutes of time. Again, leave a like or thumbs up, whatever. And, just keep making sure you get those little, I guess, those messages from YouTube saying I'm going to be on, because I really enjoy doing these. So, yeah, the wife's making me come out, which I don't have any problem with that. That's awesome, All right, everybody. We'll see you Wednesday. Don't forget KS Gun Guy, Big Johnson. Oh, and also check out Coda Boy 32's channel. They're doing another raffle for Cmax. It's $10. Well, you donate what you want, but for $10, you can get into the raffle, and he's actually raffling off one of his handguns. If you're not familiar with Cmax, unfortunately, he is suffering from cancer right now, and apparently it has spread a little bit, so he needs a little additional support. So if you haven't checked out that video, it's Coda Boy 32. It is a Cmax rifle or Cmax raffle for his handgun. So please check that out, because that would be an awesome thing to do. It's $10, guys. You probably spend more than that a week for coffee. So go ahead, support him, help him out, and then hopefully, he can beat this thing once and for all. So hope you guys have a great night. Stay safe. And as always, freedom is never free.